Thank you to DJW8591. I had to look to make sure I got it right. Great questions you gave me. I'm going to answer one of them in this video. What do you do when you've started a fitness journey? You've made up your mind. You want to have a weight loss transformation. You start your day one and you get hunger pangs. They're going to come. Your body has to adjust. Your mind has to adjust. Your emotions have to adjust. So this video is about how we overcome those three things. So first we have physical hunger. Physical hunger is when we have a true need to nourish our body, to give it fuel, to give it energy, to get through our day and do what we need to do. Number two, we have kind of a mental hunger. So mental hunger is something like eating for the sake of eating, or if you're like me, eating and eating and eating. Or eating out of boredom when you don't know why you're doing it, you're just running to the kitchen just because. Number three is emotional eating. Bingo. That was my number one reason for gaining weight. So in my case, it was turning to food every time I was happy, every time I was sad, every time I was celebrating, every time I was angry, you name it. Every emotion, every bad thought, every sad memory was a reason to go to food. My emotions controlled my food. I ate my emotions away, except they didn't go away. They stayed until they were finally addressed, and addressed in a proper way. Let's go one at a time through these things. Physical hunger. Number one, I say this all the time: drink water, stay hydrated. Drink up 2 liters of water a day. I do the 2 liters of water, plus usually a pot or two of tea. Staying hydrated is A, going to fill your body, and B, we have a mechanism in our body that when we're really thirsty and we're not drinking properly, it disguises itself as hunger. So if you keep yourself satiated, it's going to help prevent you from getting hungry, both because of that mechanism and because you're filling your stomach. Try to drink 1 to 2 glasses of water before every meal. Eat protein-rich foods. Protein is known to fill you, and so eat those foods that are filling your lean meats, eggs, fish, and legumes. These things are filling, and the filling you get from protein lasts longer than other foods. This is a hard one for me because for my adult life, I was a 2 meal a day person. I ate meal. Okay, sorry about that. I was a 2 meal a day person. I didn't like eating more than that. And when everything I read and everyone I talked to told me that I needed to have 3 meals a day to keep my hunger from building up too much, I resisted until I finally thought, hey, it's not working my way. I'm just going to give this a try. 3 meals a day, an extra meal per day. I lost 200 pounds. So yes, it does work. My second meal is not a large meal, but it's a meal, and I make sure to have it every day. Practice portion control. I know I talk about this a lot, but I went from portion to portion. Sure, if you do need a snack, which I expend a lot of energy, so once in a while I will feel lightheaded and I know I need to get something into my body. Carrot sticks, cucumber slices, a handful of nuts, a little bit of fresh fruit, anything that is low sugar, low fat, low calorie. We don't count calories, but we're aware of them. So if you're going to be having an ice cap, probably not a good idea for a snack. Be sensible. If you need to have something extra, make sure it's something that is going to be, number one, not something that you binge on. Number two, it's going to be something that is not having things you shouldn't be having. Another one that I find really helpful and challenging to this day. Now, you know me, I think fast, I talk fast, I walk fast, I type fast, I do fast. I do everything fast, including eating. And one of the best tricks is to slow down. If you have those 2 glasses of water I was talking about, and you then have your meal, try having it on a smaller plate, first of all, because you trick your head into thinking that you're having more. And you feel satisfied when you finish it. You feel like you have actually had a proper meal. And you have had a proper meal. You've just had less of a proper meal. So that's a trick I've learned. Another one is to chew. Chew purposely, chew slowly, chew thoroughly. Don't chew, swallow. That's me. Bop, 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 swallow. Bop, 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 swallow. Can't eat like that. You have to be purposeful. You have to be mindful. You have to savor it, and you have to make sure that you're doing it properly, because otherwise, if you're not, you are not going to have as easy a time. So I am aware of this. I take my time. I chew. I try to eat slowly. I use the smaller plate. All of these things help so much, coupled with 2 glasses of water before your meal. Let's talk a little bit about the mental obsession. It's when we eat and eat and eat, and we're not even really hungry, and we don't even know why we're doing it. And it is obsession. It's like we just think we have to be doing it. If you think of other obsessions where people just do, well, eating can be one of those obsessions too. And that's the mental obsession part of it. We go and we do it without even knowing why we're doing it, without even wanting to do it. If we say, oh, I'm not going to eat as much today, but then you find yourself in front of the fridge, or you find yourself on the sofa with a bag of chips in your hand, and you're like, oh, that wasn't part of the plan. Well, that's where the mental obsession comes in. And what I learned is to stay busy. Do not let your mind wander away to the food. So if you're watching TV or a movie, or if you're just sitting and doing, one of the things we're used to is the hand to mouth action. Keep your hands busy, keep your mind busy. Make plans before you start your day 1 in your fitness journey and your weight loss transformation. Make sure that you're motivated enough to sit down with a pen and paper, your laptop, your phone, whatever it is you use, and write down some strategies. What are you going to do to keep yourself busy? Crossword puzzles, going for a walk, going for a swim. Dancing's fantastic because it lets out that energy and it keeps you busy, and the music kind of carries you away in a positive way. You can do crafts. So I knit probably and crocheted for many months as I started my weight loss transformation. I also colored for a long time. I know, strange thing to do, but I did it. Needlepoint. Obviously I love crafts, but my very biggest win was my writing, because there I could just float away with my day. I could just carry on and get lost in what I was writing. I also was covering my emotions at the same time, which we're going to tackle in a minute. But writing just carries you away to a new place. It's not that I was doing creative writing. I was just journaling, but journaling really helped me focus and it gave me something to do. It kept my mind busy, kept my hands busy. It covered all the bases, and it's that emotional release as well. So it's a win-win-win situation. To this day, I journal probably for an hour and a half to 2 hours a day, and I'm busy, so that's a lot. I want you to practice mindfulness. Associate your weight loss with the ability to connect to your faith. I know it sounds strange, but that still small voice inside you, whatever you believe in, God or the still small voice or nature or the universe, whatever it is you connect to, if you hear that and you focus on that as being a resource to help you, it will help. Definitely is a huge part of my success. Try keeping a food journal. Food journals are invaluable for a couple of reasons. I want you to write down everything you eat, but I also want you to write down how you feel when you're eating. So there's your 3 meals a day, but let's say you go and you have that snack. Pay attention to where your emotions are and what your head is thinking. Were you bored? Were you angry? Were you feeling hurt? Were you feeling rejected? Were you feeling sad? Were you feeling excited? Were you celebrating? Were you happy? Any emotion that's on a little bit of overdrive, to me, could lead me to food. It was a reason to eat. Another strategy is to plan your week ahead of time. This is a really, really important and key factor in weight loss success. Again, sitting down with the pen and paper, make yourself a menu for the week. Pinterest can be your new best friend to look up really healthy, low-calorie meals that are high protein, that will include your vegetables, your whole grains, and your proteins. Plan your week. You can make a meal that will last for 3 days. I do that all the time. I might roast chicken and roast vegetables or have something on the grill, and I make it last for 3 days because I don't like to cook every day. For 3 days at a time works for me, and I Tupperware the food into portions for the next 2 days and make your grocery list. You go to the grocery store. Here's the kicker. You only buy what is on your grocery list. It is really hard not to randomly grab this. Oh, that looks healthy. And randomly grab that. Oh, wow, that looks amazing. I'm sure this is organic and it's low calories, so this would be good. No, you stick to the plan because the plan works. And when we grab these random things, they're sitting there calling your name saying, remember, you can have some of me. You can have a little bite of this right now. No, you stick to the plan. It works. So don't buy random things. Stick to your grocery list. And then you'll be set up for the week. One thing I did, and I've heard other people say works, is use the 5-minute rule. If you get a craving, wait 5 minutes, and I can tell you 95% of the time, within that 5 minutes, the craving disappears, because that's what our body does. It just kind of dings up and dings down again. And I want you to remember, your body's adjusting right now from having a huge overload of food to having portions. You're going from portions, and if you were like me, maybe 2 or 3 of those portions, to having 1 portion that you should be eating at a normal weight. So your body needs to adjust. Your stomach is going to adjust size-wise. Just give yourself time to adjust and expect to feel a little bit hungry. Expect to need to drink more water and keep your body moving and keep yourself in this positive, okay, I'm doing this for an end result mode. It only lasts a few days. Your body adjusts very quickly to your new intake. Another important thing is to learn what your particular individual triggers are, if they're emotional, if it's situational, if it's circumstantial, if there are different stimulations that can cause you to be hungry. Pay attention to these things. Again, use your food journal or your diary journal to be taking note of. Pay attention when you do have the cravings to what's going on. When you do feel triggered, if you're feeling emotional, or for me, if I suddenly had a craving for food and it wasn't time to eat and I wasn't hungry, that was an alarm bell, like ding, 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 ding. Something's going on. Hello, something was going on each time. So my practice is to stop. Pull back into myself for a minute. Examine my emotions. Examine my thinking. Examine what's going on around me. If I'm stressed, if I'm sad, happy, mad, glad, whatever the case may be, take a look at what's going on inside me and around me and see what is it that's making me desire that food. I guarantee you, if you pause like that, you pray or meditate, take deep breaths, you are going to get to the bottom of why this is happening. It works. That pause works. After pausing, I then get a sense of direction. So my direction may be, hey, give somebody a call who you know needs to have a little bit of help right now. Or it may be, you know what, you need to sit down right now and maybe put on a good movie and distract your thinking. Or it may be, hey, go out for that 15-kilometer walk you said you wanted to challenge yourself to do today. Or it may be that I'm reaching out to people in my support network. It doesn't always lead to the same answer, but it leads to the same result, that I get a peaceful ending to my craving and I get to the bottom of why I was craving it in the first place. Next, we can talk about how we break away from our emotional ties to food. And the first thing to do is to identify your emotions. Like I said, if you're getting that craving, you stop. You think about it, you pray about it, you meditate about it, you breathe deeply about it, and you wait to try to get to the bottom of what it is you're feeling. And then you can deal with it by doing some calls, reaching out to people that you know care for you, your family members, people in a support group network, which I highly advise, by the way. Listen to some podcasts, watch some inspiring videos and motivational videos. Get out there and walk, get out there and do the physical release that you need to replace and write. It works. Over and over again, I'll tell you, drink water. Over and over again, I'm going to tell you to journal because they work. Once you get to the bottom of what it is you're feeling and you deal with it, then at the end of it, it's like, hey, I wasn't really hungry in the first place, and that emotional burden is gone. So, hey, not so bad. I got through it. Getting through things is so important because then you feel like you've won. And if you feel like you've won, you're ready to tackle the next beast that comes along as well. Try back to practicing self-care. I know we all talk about it, but do we really do it? Do we sit down and have that bath? Do we go for a loving walk in nature? Do we just go sit by a body of water because it's so calming and soothing? Do we pick up the phone to someone that we know is going to build us up and make us feel better about ourselves, and in a loving way, not somebody who's like a false flatterer, but someone who really cares for us, that can help us remember the good things about ourselves when we're in a negative. Seek support. Support groups online work. Friends and family that know you are trying to battle weight loss will support you and encourage you and help talk you out of what it is that you're feeling and help you get back to feeling better and not going into the food. Create new associations. So when you reach a goal, I used to think, oh, wow, let's go out to dinner. Oh, let's go buy an ice cream cake. Oh, it was always food related. Now you can have other rewards like the ones we talked about in our self-care to buy yourself something. Maybe treat yourself to a little road trip where you go for a nice walk on a trail in an unknown place, or you go see a friend or family member who's a bit further away that you haven't seen in a while, just because you know it's going to make you feel great to do so. So many ways of practicing self-care, and it is such a handy and loving tool to use on yourself. Work on the root cause of what is driving you to the food with your emotions. Work on it. Please always be kind and loving to yourself. We only have one body. We've been blessed with it, and our body does a lot for us. If you think about all the way your body blesses you with good health, carrying you from point A to point B, being able to serve other people, being able to bless yourself and take care of yourself, being able to wrap your arms around someone and hug. Like, we are so blessed to have our bodies. Think of it as something to be grateful for, and think of it as something to be loving and kind to. And one of those ways is to feed it proper, nutritious, healthy food, and to stop abusing it with the toxins that you put in there because of emotional problems. So bless your body and love your body, and you'll see that it makes a difference. The more you love your body, the more your body is going to love you back, and the more it becomes a really positive cycle. So to finish up, I want to tell you to, first of all, think small. You don't have to do everything all at once. Start the food plan all at once, but as far as goal setting, make small goals and just set out to get through your day without getting off your. If you can get through one day, that's something to be really proud of. When you get through that first week, yay! You get through that first month and you've dropped 6, 7, 8 pounds. Holy smokes, are you ever going to feel good about yourself? So set achievable goals and don't try to change everything at once. The changes are going to come naturally, and what your nature is now, which is to run in fear, run in happiness, run in anger to the food, your instinct will turn around and lead you away from the food and to healthy releases without you thinking twice about it. It will be so natural that it will be as if you never did it any other way. Honestly, that's what happens with me. I want you to prepare your environment. So that means going through and dumping all the crap. Be honest. Don't just go through your cupboards and your fridge. I know about the box of Oreos I used to have tucked into the wall. I know about the stuff I had stuffed into the corner by my bed and in my night table. You know the places you stick the little things and you think, oh, that doesn't really count. And in your purse, you've got the little candy bar, and your backpack, you have such and such, and in the laundry room cupboard, you keep an extra stack of such and such. No, those have to go. You can't keep them. Be honest. Be rigorously honest. Be viciously honest with yourself. And do not keep one of those things at home. They are poison to you. You cannot eat them in a healthy way. So why have them? If it's going to lead you away from reaching your goal, why keep them? Be honest. Get rid of all the crap, no matter what little nook and cranny it's into. Just get rid of it. Finito. Done. Done. Here's one that I have trouble with as well. Get enough sleep. Now, I'm somebody who struggles to sleep more than 5 hours a night, but the nights where I do have a healthy sleep, and my goal is to sleep 7, 8 hours, and 8 hours is the adult goal for sleep. But when I do get that sleep, I feel fantastic. I feel like a new person. Aim to sleep a healthy amount of sleep, as close to 8 hours as you can get. This does affect your hunger level. Believe it or not, when you lack sleep, it causes you to be more hungry. Stay active. Now, staying active when I was 350 pounds looks a lot different than staying active at 150 pounds. Staying active at 350 meant that if I was sitting in a chair, I'd put music on and dance in my chair. I did chair exercises. I would do my 2-block walk. Be active. It helps burn the calories, but it also helps your metabolism to shift. It helps your body to feel re-energized. It helps your body to feel younger. It makes such a difference to be active in any small way or big way. If you're already active, good for you, and keep it up. And if you're not, you can get there. I couldn't walk across the room more than 10 to 15 feet without losing my breath. You've got this. Don't worry how small it is. Start small and grow. Use technology to your advantage. We're in the technology era. Ding, 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 ding. Use apps to track what you eat, to track your emotions, to track your emotions and your food together, to journal. Oh my gosh, the journal I use syncs from both my laptop to my phone. It's both Mac friendly and PC friendly, and it is fantastic. It's called Diarium, and it is one of the best. I've tried probably 4 or 5 different apps to journal in, or different methods to journal in. The best, honestly. Use it for journaling. Use it for tracking your emotions. Use it for tracking your food. Use it for doing your grocery list. Do everything in one app if you can. And you can make the theme color anything you want. And you probably don't know this, but maybe you've noticed I wear a lot of pink. Pink's my color. I love pink. And everything I can is themed in pink on my laptop and my phone. So a little bit of fun there is you get to kind of set the background the way you want it. Remember to be patient, be kind, be loving to yourself. It is going to take time to lose your weight. You didn't gain it overnight. Hello? You didn't gain it overnight, so don't expect to lose it in a month. If you've got 80, 90, 100 pounds to lose, it's not going to happen in 6 months. That would be a very unhealthy way to lose weight. If you want to lose weight naturally and do it in a healthy way, you shouldn't be losing more than 10 pounds a month. Now, I was huge, so losing 10 pounds a month was actually quite healthy for me. But for some people, if you've only got 40 pounds to lose, 10 pounds is a lot to lose in a month. So be kind, be gentle, be loving, be patient, love yourself. Managing your hunger when you're starting off on your fitness journey is about more than just your willpower. It's about more than your strength of character. It's about using all these tools we've implemented, all this knowledge and wisdom we've gained, and making it work for you. Whatever is going to work for you, you can make it work. I'd love to hear your comments, your suggestions, your feedback. You know I love questions, so ask me more and let me know if this resonated with you. I look forward to hearing from you.